We're talking about how to get your dick wet or how to get your vagina filled or anything in between. So let's kick into it and get into it and kick it off like this.
The Natural Habitat Podcast. Habitat Podcast. The Natural Habitat Podcast.
Coal in your stocking for Christmas.
Really?
Yep.
Man, that's rude. I didn't know that you were responsible for that. And you're going to treat... Is it me or are you talking about the listeners?
Everybody.
Everybody? What about you?
It's distant season. I get diamonds.
Man, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucking making it rain over here.
That's
it's drizzling diamonds.
That's why they call you the Gucci Darth Vader, right?
Yeah. Come to the dark side.
Mm-hmm. Welcome. Welcome to the dark side.
Luke, I am your father.
You know what I just realized? If I were to take like a beatbox, someone beatboxing, and then slow it way down, it would sound like Darth Vader breathing.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that until now. Slow it way down.
Nice.
Yep. Welcome to the 69th episode of the Natural Habitat Podcast, everybody.
You said 69.
We, the children inside of us just could not let episode 69 pass without us doing something about, munching box and sucking cocks. That's really what episode 69 is all about, because this is the dating episode. It's a whole new world that we live in. It's 2015 currently, soon to be 2016, and technology is crazy as fuck and in everybody's hands. Everyone's connected to everyone by their phone, which wasn't a thing 15 years ago. You know what I mean? And it's a whole new world of dating, whole new ballpark. If you're freshly single and getting into the game, it's probably very confusing and very strange, and rightfully so, because there's thousands of sites, and not even dating sites. I mean, I'm counting Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all that shit. Yeah. There's all these different social media networks where you could just go and get booty or get balls in your mouth. You know what I mean? All day. Mostly balls, because the ratio is usually 10-1 men to women.
Yeah. When you're on Ashley Madison, it's a fucking 100 million to 1.
Man. Just a bunch of dudes talking to each other. That was and I was looking on this list, and they have a lot of members. It's like up there on the top. Yeah,
almost 18 million.
Mm-hmm. So it's
pretty crazy.
It's number 5 in the list out of all of these different dating sites. Number 1 is Badoo. I have never heard of that. Have you?
Yeah. It's an app.
It's an app?
So I've seen it. Yeah.
Available in 44 languages, and it has almost a quarter billion people.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Damn, that is fucking crazy.
A quarter billion registered users. That's insane. Almost like a quarter billion people. There's 8 billion people on the planet, and a quarter billion people are registered on this thing. And it's weird, man. It's like I myself have been in a relationship with the same girl, our receptionist Plank, for a wonderful 12 years that the show has been in existence, ever since I saved her from the Yakuza. I know that happened like just a month or two ago on the podcast, but we recorded that 12 years ago. And this whole 12 years I've been with one girl, and I've just been living my life, and it kind of frees up a lot of stuff, frees up my mind and a lot of stuff on my plate, because I'm not worried about what I have to do to, find a girl and get laid and do all that, because I just have to worry about impressing my girl. That's all I got to do.
Right.
And how long have you and your girl been together?
For a minute now.
1 minute?
Yeah, just 1 minute.
Wow. So you're freshly new.
3 years.
Pretty new to this relationship.
Yeah, 3 years now. But we met in a different way. We actually met on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. So that's another way things have changed, like everybody like you said is connected now through the internet. The internet is such a powerful thing. People don't realize it. A lot of these dating apps are just for fun. They're not real, you know what I mean? They're like just to see who's out there, like, people are curious, and so they get on the sites, and then it becomes something else, you know what I mean? Like Tinder is a great one to talk about, because it's like the hookup site, you know what I mean? Like people, you go on there and you find people in your area, and if you like them, and then if they like you too, that somebody messaged you or you message them or whatever, and there's a high percentage chance of meeting up and hooking up, you know what I mean? And if that's what you use it for, I mean, I'm sure you could use it for actual dating and just like all the other sides too, But
that's
things
pretty much
things have definitely changed, Like I couldn't imagine what like the type of shit our parents had to go through, Like how did they meet people outside of school or work or church, or whatever? Like how do you meet people in common? You go to the bar, or you fucking, you know what I mean? You do go to some type of public event or whatever the scenario is. You know what I mean? And I definitely feel like it was much harder probably than to meet people in any sense. Yeah. Let alone find an actual match. You know what I mean? Like find somebody who's good for you that you can actually be with. Because meeting somebody randomly, you have no fucking idea. Like if you have any similarities or anything in common whatsoever, you just have to throw it out there and test the waters.
You never meet the real person the first time anyway. And when you meet someone online, you can, especially on Facebook, you can look at a year of their posts and see what they've been doing and see what kind of person they are, what kind of shit they think about, what kind of music they like. And they're not, it kind of takes down that wall that people put up when you first meet. Not even like a guy and a girl, like when two people meet each other, you're meeting what you want to be seen as and not really yourself. You're trying to present yourself as your ideal self, how you want to be perceived. But the real you is kind of uncontrollable and has its own little things. And I think that's what, love or whatever you want to call it is all about, is about finding someone that you can both be yourself around. And, I'm like the weird. I'm weird already, but I'm like the weirdest, fucking goofiest, like dude around my girlfriend. When it's just me and my girlfriend, I'm fucking like weird as shit, and like, but I don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Because she accepts me for who I am, and she's weird as fuck too sometimes. And some things that we do would be embarrassing if it was in public, but when it's just us, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
And I think everybody's like that. I think that's a key thing about a successful relationship, is being able to be open like that and to be able to share your weirdness and embarrassing things that you normally wouldn't be able to with somebody that you're not comfortable with,
Yeah. And then there's also the people that have their online life and then their real life, and kind of like that wall that I was talking about. They put that up over years of posts and everything that they say and do. They're trying to like look a certain way, so you really don't know who you're meeting at times. And I remember when I met my girl, we didn't have cell phones. Like none of us had cell phones in our pockets, so there was no like there was a lot of interaction, like personal interaction, and I was like real nervous and weird with people. And I met her at like a party at a homie's house. I went over there, and she came over, and she was actually my friend who was living there. It was like his girlfriend. Like they had just met, and they were like messing around, but not really like anything serious. And I totally macked on her like the whole night, and like I was hella stupid and like stumbling over my words and like ridiculous, but that's what I had to do because I couldn't, just fucking text and send little emojis and fucking look cool for a while. Like nowadays, if you don't know how to text flirt, you'll never make it anywhere. Nowhere.
Yeah, things have changed, man. The game has changed.
Yeah.
Times have changed. The game evolves. You know what I mean? Which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if you're dating in these times, then you get to use all these little tricks and things, like social stigmas and beliefs and everything have changed. It used to be like, you would meet somebody and the guy would have to initiate the conversation. And then, if you got a girl's number, you'd have to wait like 3 days before you call her, and like all these ridiculous things, right? Like all these things, like that, all these games that you had to play for people to like understand like what was going on in each situation with who or whatever, you know what I mean? Like shit has definitely changed. Nowadays, you just hit somebody with the right messages and you make them laugh, and all of a sudden they think that you got this awesome personality that might not even be your own, you know what I mean? Like you never know. I met my girl through a mutual friend, and I seen this girl post picture with her or whatever, and I was like, yo, your friend's cute. And then she added me and hit me up, you know what I mean? And that's not even like a normal scenario right there. Like, like she wasn't afraid to like reach out and hit me up, you know what I mean? And without her doing that, we might not have gotten to meet or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like things are completely different now than how they used to be, you know what I mean? Like your match could be right there in the same town as you, or it could be across the country from you. You never know. But now that the internet's here, you have a lot more opportunities and capabilities of actually finding your real match. You know what I mean? Like, I think marriages and the institution of marriage has failed overall because of the standards that it upholds. You know what I mean? Like, you meet somebody or you get somebody pregnant or fucking whatever, and a lot of times, like, marriages weren't even, like, the sanctity that it was supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes people will be matched up and get married and it not work out because maybe they weren't a real match and they didn't take the time to figure that out.
It was, like, obligated. They were obligated.
Yeah, and they didn't have
married.
Right, or like, you know what I mean? Like, things just happen sometimes, you know what I mean? And nowadays you have the chance to actually feel somebody out and learn like a lot more about them, a lot more about their history without them even like, you know what I mean? All the information's out there now about people. So it's like, you could find out somebody's past and things about them without even talking to them. Yeah. You can just go search around and find out, like get a feel if they're a good person or if they're not, or if they have like some of the similar interests as you, like all the information's right there on your social networks, you know what I mean? Like, people can see what type of stuff you're into. You can see what kind of books and movies and music and activities and whatever things that you're into, you know what I mean? So the dating game nowadays has probably reached this crazy peak, like it's easier. All the information's there at your fingertips, whatever you need. Everything's within a search engine away, and people seem to be, the way that everybody's more connected now, people seem to be less weary of making the connections in the first place. Like, people are not as timid or as shy as they once would have been. Yeah. You know what I mean? Somebody message you now, it's nothing to reply. You know what I'm saying? It's not like talking or feeling that pressure of being in person. Somebody talks to you in person, you might like stumble over your words and not know what to say. You know what I mean? It's a natural thing. People get nervous, and then you feel like, once you feel like embarrassed
That's what I was gonna say, is that it opens the door for like a lot of stalking and, you know, all of this shit, because people make their lives really public. So, you know, anybody can go onto your site, you know, look at all of your favorite movies and books, and then, you know, all of this shit, look at everything that you're into, your favorite band, your favorite TV show, and then, like, find out, like, some coffee shop that you go to, and then go to that coffee shop, and then just kind of stumble across you reading your favorite book while wearing a shirt that has your favorite band on it. You know what I mean? Like, because people used to meet in that way, where if you were into similar things, then you would jive and like talk about it, and that would spark a conversation. And now that happens online, and you know, like you can't even take someone seriously if they come up to you and go like, "Oh yeah, you know, I really like this band," and it happens to be your favorite band. You're like, "What are you fucking like stalking me, man? Like you on my page?"
You can't tell if it's genuine. Yeah.
It definitely opens the door for a lot of weirdos.
Yeah, but see, that's life. You know, you're going to meet those weirdos.
Yep.
You're going to meet the coolest people. You're going to meet people that break your heart. You're going to meet people that disgust you. You're going to meet weirdos. You're going to meet everybody. It's a variety, you know what I mean? You're going to meet all walks of life.
I've met a lot of weirdos.
To do it. Yeah, me too.
I've met a lot of weirdos. One that comes to mind, but I'm not going to tell the story about her because she still kind of stalks me and like likes all of the posts and stuff, and like I'm pretty sure listens to the podcast. So I'm not going to do that. But you know who you are. Leave me alone.
Yeah. So.
And I also got some crazy bitch that just texts me out of nowhere and is like, is your girlfriend gone? I want to talk. And I'm just like, leave me alone. Like, I don't know who she, like, won't say who she is. And like, this just happens like, you know, every month or so, I'll just get a text message like this. So there's definitely crazy people out there, and they can have access to anything they want now. But, you know, there's good, it makes more of good and more of bad.
The good thing about those situations is those people will always show who they are. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter if the internet is like this veil of privacy or anonymity, but at the same time, if you're a fucking tard, it's gonna show up. You know what I mean? You can't hide that shit forever. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, here's an example of how not to date on the internet.
When do I go? Yeah, go ahead. Now, go. My name is Stephen Morris, and I've never done this one before. I'm 26 years old. I work down at the Fourth Realm. It's a bookstore. It's a comic book store, and I'm single, and I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have. I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have fun, and is a fun-loving type gal. Brunettes are something, and so are redheads or blondes. That's tall women or short, because height is in the eye of the beholder. If you think about it, someone who likes me for me is who I'm looking for, because I'm that type of guy who likes me and we could go out and do all kinds of things. I like all kinds of music. What I really want is someone who'll call me and will love me, because everyone I know is married, and I don't know anybody or anything, and it's just not right because I deserve love like anybody else. I don't need to rummage through the dumpster for a Playboy. God, give me a job, sir.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, so like, you know what I mean? Like, you're never gonna be able to hide your true colors all the time.
Damn.
You know
was that a real dating video? I wonder if
I don't know.
I wonder if he got any bites. If anybody called.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody felt sorry
I remember,
for him and maybe wanted to go out on a date.
Right. I remember that used to be a thing when like back in the 90s. When I was way too young, but they used to make fun of it on Mad TV all the time. And it was like people would make dating videos and they would like record them on VHS.
Yeah. That's what that was for.
Yeah, and then fucking, I want to say they would like play them on some channel like late at night, and then it would be like, if you like Daniel, then call this number extension 482, and then it'll like get you in contact with Daniel, and that was like the old school like Tinder, like, hey, I'm just trying to bang and stuff. All my friends are married, and I deserve love too.
So let's assume, let's say that some of the people out here listening right now want to look up the options to see like what sites are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's read off. Let's read off all the sites from that list.
First of all, I would say that I'd like to point out that 1 in every 10 dating profiles is fake. That's the official stat. And 600 fake accounts are removed every day. So just be weary of any sort of suspicious-looking accounts that want you to, give them your email or
Ashley Madison.
or, anybody that seems like they might be a dude that has a profile picture that's a lady. Stay away from all that and just be weird.
If their pictures look like they were professionally taken by somebody, it's probably not a real account. If you know what I'm saying? If the pictures are not the same person in all the pictures, it's probably not a real account. You know what I mean? It's real easy to spot a fake account and a real one. You know what I mean? It's pretty blatantly obvious. You can tell if they message you and there is not correct grammar or punctuation. It's probably a dude. It's not the girl of your dreams that you think you're talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you see these pictures with all these different filters and things on them, and it looks like they might have been edited, like for sure it's not a real account. No girls edit pictures and put them on. I mean, they might do it in Instagram, then put those pictures up on their fucking social dating sites, but nobody goes and pays to have pictures taken for a fucking dating site.
Yeah, you just take a selfie and fucking put it up there.
Exactly. So, and I don't know. I got some few tips and shit.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah. Another one is I call it the iceberg. You know what I'm saying? Like, the description of an iceberg is it's just the tip of the iceberg. That's what you see at the top. But you never see the big giant part that's under it. You know what I mean?
When it's just a face picture?
Yeah, the head and shoulders pictures. Anytime you see somebody's profile and they just got pictures from the neck up, it's somebody bigger, you know what I mean? Like there's no way to hide it,
Which is fine if you're into that.
And they take funky angles from up above, like and over the shoulder, so they're looking right down on you, and like all these fucked up angles. If they're taking major angles and there's only shoulder up shots, they're huge. Don't do it. And another tip is if you're gonna be meeting online, do it in a public place. Don't just invite randoms to your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then you don't have to be a dick when somebody shows up and they're not what you thought they were, and you don't want to hook up with them or whatever it is. You can't. It's kind of rude, to have somebody come all that way to your house and then just have to send them home.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor and go meet them in a public place.
Yeah, what you say
go buy them a drink or something.
You say, meet me out front of Starbucks at 12 at 12 o'clock sharp, right?
Yeah.
And then at 12:05, you drive by Starbucks and you give it a little look-see. And then if you feel like stopping, you stop. And then if you don't, you just keep going. So
I'm gonna take this dab while you let people know their options. Why don't you read off all the websites and tell people what?
All right. Well, apparently Badoo is the biggest fucking one, and I've never seen a commercial for it or anything. A lot of these I've heard of.
It's an app.
Say what? It's an app. Yeah.
It's an app.
All right.
That's why.
And then
if you don't have an iPhone, then you probably haven't heard of it. A lot of these are like just iPhone apps. Like Adult Friend Finder is like a iPhone app. Badoo is an iPhone app. Fucking Tinder is like, I don't know. They might have it for Droids and shit too, I guess. But before Droid, iPhone's been around for a lot longer, so most of these have been iPhone apps. Basically, only iPhone apps.
Yeah. So if you have an iPhone, then I would go with Badoo and check it out. Or there's also, if you're a Western man that's into Russian women, then I would go to AnastasiaDate.com and get yourself a Russian mail order bride from the Soviet republics. That's down towards the bottom, but that's just like a fetish thing if you're into Russians. Number 2 is Match.com, which is one of the big ones. There's commercials everywhere. They have that they got that old white guy talking about or is that eHarmony? That's Match.com, right?
Both. I don't know. I think they both had something similar like that. You know what's crazy is I have a buddy who told me that he used to use Match.com, and he said it was legit. Like he used to get a lot of girls off Match.com for some reason, and I think it's because of like it's exclusive and you have to pay for an account. So people who are going to pay for an account are going to take it seriously, or at least you would hope or think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but he said that Match.com was more of a hookup site than a dating site. He said for sure that he would meet people the same day and hook up and shit.
Yeah, and then up here in the top of just the most used is also Zeusk, Medic, which I've never heard of. That's in Europe apparently. Plenty of Fish is also big, and then Adult Friend Finder is on here. And Adult Friend Finder is the first one that supports non-monogamous connections. So if you're in a relationship and you want to explore, further boundaries and test the waters of some, out-of-the-box kinky shit, then you want to go to Adult Friend Finder because they help you out with that. Ashley Madison is on the list, which shouldn't be anymore. I don't know why it's still here.
No, that's fake. So Adult Friend Finder's had 30 million people on it since 2006.
Yeah.
I wonder how many it's got now.
Man, I know that... what is this Alexa rating?
Oh, no.
There's a thing called the Alexa rating, and it's a California-based company that provides commercial web traffic data, and it's wholly owned subsidiary of Amazon.com. So, I don't know. That's just like how many people frequent the site or something? Website traffic data? Compatible Partners
Something
has
like
a lot of
that,
website traffic. I'd also like to point out that eHarmony, which is a big one, it's that's the one with the old white guy, I'm pretty sure. That's all like, everybody does eHarmony. eHarmony is like huge. A lot of people use it. It doesn't actually have their official number of registered users on here, but it does say that it restricts same-sex connections. So
Well, that's gay.
yeah. So apparently they haven't gotten with the times.
That's gay that they don't allow same-sex connections, man.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
That's super gay. It's like, stop being so fucking gay, eHarmony.
Yeah,
And,
you haters.
yeah, it's 2015.
I know. Everybody loves.
Yeah.
All love matters. Hashtag all love matters.
All love matters. All right.
Hey, even for you freaks and weirdos out there, I got the dating site for you.
What's
Are you ready for this?
Yeah. What is it?
All right.
I was skeptical at first.
But when you're answering those questions, you're thinking about what kind of juggalo you really are.
On the other dating websites, it's just, I'd be sitting there looking through 1,000 photos, just trying to find someone lighting an animal on fire.
Juggalo brings their matches to you.
When I got the results back, I was amazed at how accurate it was.
When two soulmates who also happen to be juggalos meet for the first time, it's a powerful experience.
Being together felt right, even after the peyote wore off.
We're so content. It really doesn't matter what we're doing, whether it be snorting bath salts in the middle of the food court.
He just gets me.
She's not afraid to flash a bunch of strangers for cash. We're low on rent.
It is so refreshing to find someone who can drink all day starting at noon and still be sober enough to drive me over to my mom's house to pick up my kids. I appreciate that.
The Juggalove process begins with our insane compatibility profile.
Juggalove.
We use an in-depth questionnaire to get to know the real you. Then we match you with other juggalos based on who you are at the very deepest levels of Insane Clown Posse fan worship.
It's crazy how much we have in common. We're like the same juggalo.
Oh.
We both enjoy stomping fake-ass juffalos, and he doesn't front. Neither of us fronts.
I can't remember the last time I fronted.
What did we do on our first date?
Dancing?
We did. We went dancing. Then he took a man's life for disrespecting me.
Nice.
Stomped him pretty good.
There's no substitute for true compatibility. That's why Juggalo is rated #1 among Juggalo-themed dating sites.
Knowing that I'm with someone that is down with the clown, literally the exact same amount that I'm down with the clown. It's incredible.
Log on to review your matches and find out what true compatibility feels like today.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Sounds like fun. It sounds like a good time.
Wow, that was amazing. And a lot of that was pretty true.
Yeah, for real. Stomping all those fake ass juffalos.
Yep. And then he took a man's life for disrespecting me. Stomped him pretty good. Yeah.
Yep, sounds pretty accurate.
I'll stand behind probably about 70% of what they said in that video. Fully. I'll stand behind it fully, that 70%. And then the rest, I'm a little skeptical on that. But I will say that when juggalos get together, in a juggalo loves situation like that, or just as a group, they definitely get crazier and crazier as more are involved. And that's when the lighting of animals on fire and stuff like that and the snorting of bath salts will happen. Because I remember at the gathering, there was a guy on bath salts that tried to eat somebody's face, and we had to, attack him off. And it was scary.
Maybe he was hungry for schnozberries.
Maybe. You never know. But everybody needs a match. You know what I mean? So is that, first of all, I wish that was a real site.
It is. Juggalo.
Is it? I hope so.
I think
so. Someone, if they're smart, they bought the domain name so nobody could use it, at least. Or it's up there and somebody made it and it's just banking off their funny ass video and they got a fucking free commercial for their dating site.
Juggalove.
Juggalove.com.
Now, it says now accepting EBT. So if you're hungry for love in all the right places, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Pick up your motherfucking hatchet and
you could clearly tell that video was made by somebody who used to be a juggalo, like hardcore juggalo, and then gave up the life and is too good for it now. And
yeah, it was perfect.
Because they know too much. You know too much, pal. but then he also said mean things that hurt my feelings. So it's it was a little bit of middle ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you see, that's my point. Nowadays, anybody can meet anybody, even juggalos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's literally a website for everyone.
Yeah, so it's dating is a completely new realm and world of possibilities. It's I'm sure that people don't really talk about it as much as they should because it's out there. It's a thing that happens every day, and some people might not be doing it right. You know what I mean? And might not be reaching their full potential of finding their actual real match because they just might not know what's out there and what's available for them.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are single or have been single for a long time or going in and out of, fucking shitty relationships. And I think that's because when we grew up, there was this whole other world. And now, if you aren't really a part of it and into it and paying attention, then it's really easy to not know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean? If I were to, if me and my girl were to break up and I were to have to go and find an actual girlfriend, relationship style girlfriend, I wouldn't even know where to start to do that. You know what I mean? I would probably listen to this podcast again and then do one of those things. But it's a whole nother world, man. And it's like I said, if you don't know how to text, then you'll never get laid if you don't know how to text right, because girls always will want to text and text and text before anything now, you know what I mean? Whereas when we were kids, they had to meet. You have to meet me somewhere. Like, I was watching some comedian, and he was like, when I was a kid, you had to, like, get a girl and convince her to, like, go out into the woods with you and then try to take her shirt off. Like, that's what it was. And now it's like, now it's just texting and all kinds of little smiley emojis and winky face.
Yeah, it was rough back in the day.
Yeah.
We should do a Throwback Thursday episode where we talk about dating in the 70s or like the 80s or something.
Right?
Wonder how rough it really was.
Oh, man. I know that I know that from when I was younger, there was just like all kinds of girls that I would like have a crush on but never be able to talk to, and wouldn't like really know anything about them. And it would have been a lot easier if I could have just looked at their Twitter or their Facebook page.
Yeah.
So you have all these tools and all this stuff out here. So if you're single and if you're like, all of my friends are in relationships and I'm single and lonely, do something about it, because it's 2015 and there's literally 100 ways to.
Because you don't have to be lonely.
At farmersonly.com.
Farmers Only.
Where's Jill?
She's really lonely and out walking the cornfield again.
Do you think Dave will ever find his true love?
Not hanging out with us all day.
We used to be lonely.
Until we met on Farmers Only.
FarmersOnly.com is the new online dating site for farmers, ranchers, and good old country folks.
You don't have to be lonely
at FarmersOnly.com.
City folks just don't get it.
Damn city folk.
Damn city folk just don't get it. How did you get that commercial? Do they play it there? Because they play it here all the time.
Well, you know, sometimes you're just out on the back 40 and you just are sipping on a good Budweiser, you know what I'm saying? And you're just thinking, man, I'm tired of being lonely. I'm gonna head on over to Farmers Only.
Man, you should sell that to Farmers Only and fucking.
I know, right?
Yeah, you'd be like, here's a free voiceover, bitch, for $40.
Yeah.
Free $40.
Take it.
Man, when I first saw that, I thought that it was like some sort of, because the cows were talking, like, and I was like, is this farmer gonna fuck this cow? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going down.
I thought that it was like a joke, like some sort of Adult Swim, like weird commercial that they have, and then it turned out to be real, and I found out that it was actually a real site, FarmersOnly.com, and
Real Deal Holyfield.
That reminds me of another themed site, ChristianMingle.com. It wasn't on the list of the top ones, but I know that this guy that I follow on Periscope, his name's Brian Redband. He uses ChristianMingle.com, and he's like not religious at all, but he goes on there and has this profile that says like, I go to church every Sunday, blah, 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 grew up religious and all this shit. Praise the Lord. And it's like super horrible. And then allegedly he has a profile like that. And he fucking meets up with all these girls on Christian Mingle, and he periscopes like their dates. And they're always like crazy freaks. I know. They're always freaks, every single one of them. And he'll be like, so-and-so from Periscope.com. And they're all, Periscope.com, from ChristianMingle.com. And they're always crazy. They're always freaks. And then he always bangs them and then has a new girl like 2 days later. And apparently ChristianMingle.com is just where all the, you know, like the old stereotype of Catholic girls that were like cooped up in school with all the girls. And then when they got out, they would just bang anybody. That's what ChristianMingle.com is now.
Yeah.
So I would try there first if you're single. Go to ChristianMingle.com. So we actually have somebody on the phone right now that's called in, and she's looking for a relationship. And she's doing a live Skype, and she said that she would let us see her eHarmony video that she's doing, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk to her right now. Hello? Hello.
Hello, my
Hi.
name is Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
This is my first attempt at a eHarmony video. This is my first time at online dating.
All right.
So I'm nervous, but I'm excited at the same time.
Well, that's fine. Tell us about yourself.
So I'm just gonna start talking about what I like and hope I get some replies. So I am a recent MBA grad from Villanova.
Oh, very nice.
I love cats.
All right.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
No, it's all right.
I
Are
love
you okay?
cats.
Are you?
I love every kind of cat.
Yeah, cats are great. Cats are great.
Sorry, I really love cats. And I just want to hug all of them, but I can't because that's crazy. I can't hug every cat.
Yeah, you can't. Don't do that.
I just want to. I want to.
Don't. Stay inside of your house. Don't go
I'm
and
sorry,
hug your neighbor's
I
cats.
I get.
It's okay. It's all right.
Anytime.
Let's
I
talk
hear
about
cats,
dating.
I love cats.
Let's talk about dating. Come on.
How was my? I want to cry.
Tell us more about yourself.
So anyway, I am a cat lover.
Oh my God.
And I love to run.
Okay, that's good. That's great.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about cats again.
No, you need to just relax and just breathe and just get through this.
I think about how many don't have a home and how I should have them and how cute they are and their ears and the whiskers and the nose.
Okay.
I just love them and I want them and I want them in a basket.
All right.
And I want little bow ties. I want them to be on a rainbow and just in my bed.
Oh my
And I
God.
just want a house full of them and I just want to still roll around.
Are you on drugs?
We lost the call.
Hello? Oh my God, she's gone.
Lost the call.
What in the fuck? I don't think that lady's ever gonna find anybody. I couldn't even stand talking to her. Wow, man.
Hashtag executives. They struck again and sent us some crazy lady, some crazy cat lady.
Yeah, we don't even have phone lines here. They just brought in an old rotary phone and they were like, here, and held it up to the microphone. What the hell?
Nice.
Man, that
Nice.
lady, I hope that if there's anybody out there that's listening, a man or a lesbian woman or pretty much anybody, I guess, in any of the many genders that we have now, if there's anybody out there that has an insatiable love for cats and wants to hug every single cat in the world, and cats that don't have homes, if you want to bring them and have them live in your bed, please contact us so that we can get you in touch with Jennifer or whatever her name was. I forgot her name. I'm sorry.
Debbie.
If
Debbie.
we can get you in touch with Debbie, her middle name's Jennifer. That's why I got it mixed up. Sorry about that, Debbie. We'll get you in contact with her, and we need to help find Debbie a match because I think there's someone for everyone, and I think there's somebody for Debbie, as crazy as she is, and maybe, look, this is going to be controversial, what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it, and I'm going to go there because this is what we do. Maybe that lady needs to fuck a cat.
I think I found somebody who'd be good for her.
Really?
Yeah, I think I just found her online dating match.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you just have his video, or are you going to patch him through?
Perfect dating service candidate Bobby Betronic.
Hi, my name is Bobby Betronic. Once I get back on dating girls, I got a lot to offer. Looking for someone nice and thank you for consideration.
Bobby, it'd be a good idea if you told the ladies what you have to offer them.
I know I'm not good at talking myself up though.
Well, if you want to date, you need to sell yourself, Bobby.
I know.
Well, what's your best attribute?
I got brains. I got big old brains. Like a dinosaur. I got dinosaur brains.
Okay, Bobby, dinosaurs had brains that were the size of a pea.
I know. Maybe I got a whole can of peas.
Okay, Bobby.
I got a case. I got a pallet. I got a whole warehouse of peas in my head. It's like, knock, knock, who's there? Peas.
Bobby, look, we need to find one thing that will make a girl want to date you.
I know.
Well, what are you good at?
Sex.
Sex.
Good at that. You like it. I'll keep you in the bedroom so long to put your face on the back of a milk carton.
Bobby.
I'm looking for you. They won't find you, though. You'll be gone like a ghost. You'll be like a sex ghost. When come out on Halloween or Valentine's Day, be like, knock, knock, who's there? Trick or treat, sex.
Bobby.
I know.
Listen to me.
I know.
We need to find out something positive about you.
I know.
Okay, so what qualities do you like in a woman?
I don't know.
What, come on, Bobby. What's the one thing you like in a woman?
Boobies.
All right.
I like all boobies. Medium, small, large, itty bitty. It's like, knock, knock, who's there? Trick or treat, itty bitty booby.
Okay, Bobby, we're done.
I know.
Wow. Bobby's doing it right.
Yeah. Bobby and Debbie.
We're going to get them together.
Yeah, we're going to arrange a date.
Yep. We're going to get them together, and then on the next episode, hopefully we'll have them we'll have them both on the phone, and we can talk to them, and it'll be great.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think
naturalhabitatmatchmaker.com.
If we could put just two people together, then we're done, and we'll wash our hands of it and never help anybody else again with their relationships.
They could hatch the next Justin Bieber.
They
or like Justin Bieber's chubby double.
Chubby double. I like the way that sounds, for one, and it also sounds like it would be a good burger. A chubby double. That sounds good. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, hopefully this episode was informative to people that are out there trying to get laid and don't know what to do. Because I know a few people. I could probably think of a few, probably 10 people that I know or that I met in the past 5 years that are clueless, don't know what they're doing, and just stumbling through life and always complain about how they don't have a girlfriend or they don't have a boyfriend and how they're alone, and do something about it. There's there's 100 different ways. Yeah, go out and meet somebody. Do it old fashioned.
Don't stalk them.
Yeah, you can't really just walk up to someone and talk to them because you look weird now.
Don't drive a minivan.
Yeah, if you're single, those are all things that you want to stay away from.
Don't hand out candy.
You don't want to do that.
It's not Halloween.
Also,
we're gonna make an instructional video on how to not rape. That way, you can make sure that when you go out on your date, you're very appropriate.
Yep. All right. Well, this is another one in the bag. We'll see you guys on Saturday. No, we'll see you guys tomorrow for a Throwback Thursday episode.
Thursday.
Ooh,
it's a big one too. It's Star Wars.
Oh shit! It is Star Wars. Oh man, we didn't even talk about it. We haven't even said anything about it yet.
Episode 70.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
It's gonna be dope. So
be on the lookout.
So tune in for that, and also bye.
Peace, bitches.
The Natural Habitat Podcast.